Hi, welcome back. In this video, we are continuing to look at graphing exponential functions, and we are going to work through our final example. In this problem, we are looking at graphing y is equal to 3 times 1/4 raised to the x plus 1 minus 1. Just like in our last problem, we are going to start by identifying the base. So in this case, our base is 1/4, which is bigger than 0 and smaller than 1. So this is going to be a decay function. So that means I'm expecting it to look something like that. Looking at my value of a, it is 3. My value of h, it should be x minus h. So my h value is -2. It's going to be the opposite of whatever I see there. And k is -1. Because my a value is positive, I'm still looking for something that looks like this. It's not going to be flipped over the x-axis. And I'm going to kind of start working through this. So again, let's look at our domain first. There's no value of x that I'm not allowed to put up here. I can put -300. I can put 0. I can put 250. I can put 10,000. Whatever value of x, it's fine. So my x values go from -infinity to +infinity. If I look at my range of this, so 1/4 is a positive number. Raising 1/4 to a number means this is always going to be positive. So 3 is a positive number multiplied by a positive number minus 1. This number will always be positive. So this is always going to be greater than -1. A positive number times a positive number minus 1 is always bigger than -1. So that means that my range is going to be not inclusive, -1 to +infinity. My asymptote, because this is my vertical shift, my asymptote is going to be y is equal to 0 plus k, y is equal to -1. And I want you to note that these two will always be in agreement. My range and my asymptote will always have the same value. So this will always have k and this will always have k. All right, so graphing this. I'm going to graph my horizontal asymptote. It's always the first thing I need to do. And this is y is equal to -1. Okay, so then I'm going to work through my exponent. I want my exponent to be -1, 0, and 1. And my exponent is the expression x plus 2. So I'm thinking to myself, what value of x should I plug in to make x plus 2 equal to -1? So solving this, I should plug in -3. So if I plug -3 in here, -3 plus 2 is -1. So what that gives me is 3 times 1/4 raised to the -1 minus 1. So 1/4 raised to the -1, we flip that and I get 4. So this is 12 minus 1 is 11. So this is going to be -3, 11. So this is 3, 6, 9, 11. Be about there. If I want x plus 2 to be equal to 0, I should plug in -2. 1/4 raised to the 0 is 1. So this is 3 minus 1 or 2. So I have the point -2, 2. And if I want x plus 2 to be equal to 1, I should plug in -1 for x, giving me 3 times 1/4 raised to the +1 minus 1. This is 3/4 minus 1 or -1/4. So I have -1, -1/4. So my graph, I'm going to start going up this direction, and then I'm going to follow it down this direction. So you can see that my shape matches what I expected. My range matches what I see here. My asymptote makes sense. And there's my graph.